Yeah, I'm just going to give an update, on what was going on now that there's been a couple of days to assess the situation here in my area of Oklahoma. I looked at some videos last night of these fires that raged across Oklahoma 3 days ago now. And there were over 100 fires at least that broke out. And Logan County in Oklahoma was absolutely terrible. Osage County and Washington County had a lot of problems. And that's in the northeast central part of the state. And Logan County is just southwest of me. And then the Oklahoma City area was really hard hit. And it looked like that those were the hardest hit counties by these fires. And news sources confirmed that winds, were gusting, 50, 60, and up to 70 mile an hour at times. And a lot of people had to evacuate and stuff like that. And that got very bad. And my family does not understand that if one of those fires comes through here, that if it came here, that I might have to evacuate. And that's another reason that I'm wanting to move out from up here. I mean, since Christmas time of 2022, this year, I would say that my area maybe had a 1/4 inch of rain, if that at all. And I'm saying it's that dry here, and I think that even parts of Southern California, when it was bone dry, had even more than that. And it's just my one area that gets droughted out and everything goes around, and I'm frustrated with it. And I had one wildfire the other day threatening to come right at me. I mean, it was coming fast, and I was recording, and I posted up on that footage of that smoke, and then had it just barely, went east of me and stuff, and the wind was roaring so loud I couldn't even talk. And got one of the videos, I got knocked over. It gusted so hard, and we had a dust storm come in from the west, and I filmed that. And looking at the videos of all of this last night, a lot of structures were lost, and a lot of people lost everything. And my family just doesn't understand how serious it is to be in a particularly dangerous situation, or a PDS, fire weather warning. And I was in a particularly dangerous situation, fire weather warning, the day that over 100 fires broke out in the area. And the 70 mile an hour winds were taking down trees, knocking down power lines, and I mean, it was roaring like a jet airplane. And that was last Friday. All this happened, a lot of people lost everything. And then there were $1 million homes that were about 2 miles away from me, probably. 7 of them burnt to the ground. They lost absolutely everything. And a person sent me a picture of the flames, and the flames were as tall as regular treetops. as how big these flames were. So, yesterday, which would have been April 2nd, 2023, we had 25 to 30 mile per hour sustained winds for about 7 or 8 hours, gusting 40 to 50 mile per hour. And my town was real smoky yesterday, and it really fanned all that mess back up again. You know, having all those 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts. That was yesterday. Today is April 3rd, and the National Weather Service said that the risk of significant winds, you know, higher than 30 mile per hour was elevated for my area again, and at least at a minimum 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, maybe higher, were in my forecast today. That's April 3rd. Now tomorrow, April 4th, I'm under another warning. And that warning from the National Weather Service is for 50 to 60 mile per hour non-thunderstorm wind gusts in my area again. And there's already been extreme fire weather watches and warnings issued for the area. I'm under a warning for tomorrow, or it might be a watch. I'm under something, I know that. And 50 to 60 mile per hour winds forecast for hours. And you know, we're supposed to get that, and then highs in the upper 80s tomorrow. And then central Kansas and south central Kansas and all of that is supposed to get a hard freeze on April the 5th or 6th, I think it is. They were talking about it. A hard freeze is, I think, anything below 28 degrees. And they said there was going to be a hard freeze. And I'm giving you an update, and that's why it is that I'm wanting to move out of this area so bad. And as fast as those fires were going the other day, I'm saying I could lose everything. I know the situation is dangerous, and you know, my family has been arguing with me about wanting to move and stuff like that, and I'm tired of arguing with everybody. And you know, it's sad for people to realize I might have to actually lose everything in one of these things for them to get the message. I may have to come to that. I don't know, or you know, I may have to evacuate, you know, if it were to get bad. And that's why I'm wanting to move to southeast Oklahoma, where all the precipitation doesn't skip and go around and stuff, because since Christmas time there's only been a 1/4 inch of rain or less for the area I'm in now, and I'm really wanting to move, and that's why I'm wanting to move. And especially if you look at the footage from the other day that I posted, it ought to speak for itself. Thought I'd give everybody an update. Much love.